Hey there, it's Sarah, aka Other Blue Girl, one of the co-hosts of Lattes at Luke's, a Gilmore Girls podcast. This makeup look was inspired by episode 9 of Gilmore Girls' Rory's Dance. I wanted to create a look that played up the eyes because Alexis Bledel's eyes are beautiful. Researching early 2000s makeup looks, I found this one sported by Hilary Duff and decided to recreate it. But enough intro talk, let's get glam! Speaking of intros, maybe one day I'll figure out the actual video intro part of these tutorials, but Awkward Sarah is cute too, right? I did my base off camera because my routine rarely changes, so check out previous videos on my channel if you'd like to see an in-depth look on that. I'm priming my eyes with MAC's Paint Pot in Painterly. This is going to help any shadows I lay on my eyes last longer and have a nicer color payoff. Concealer works too if you're not a makeup hoarder like me. Do you guys like this sped up version of me applying my makeup as opposed to just a bunch of quick cuts? Let me know. I'm trying to figure out this whole tutorial thing and see which style really works. Time to perk up them papers. For this, I'm using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and taking the shade Bay to set my lids. Your face powder works just as good for this. Fun behind the scenes extra. For this tutorial, I was listening to Eat the Rude Cast, a podcast about NBC's Hannibal and other Hannibal-esque adaptations. I've been doing an epic rewatch of the show in the past week or so. Next, I'm taking sandalwood and blending that into my crease. When you're blending, make sure you don't press your brush too hard on the lid. I've done this in the past and caused little skippy drag marks in my shadow. Not very cute at all. Think of it like using a pencil for shading a drawing you're working on. The more pressure you apply, the darker the line is, right? Same basic principle. I'm taking Bay again and sweeping that onto my brow bone. This is going to help highlight that area while also softening the edge of the shadow we just laid down. After that, I'm taking henna and sweeping that over sandalwood. This is one of my go-to eye looks, just with different colors involved. Once the majority of henna is in your crease, place what's left on the outer third of your eyes. I did this in light little circular motions. This is going to add some dimension to your eyes once we lay down our shimmery shade. Speaking of shimmer, I'm taking Moon Dust with a packing brush and patting that on the remainder of my lid. If you want a more intense color payoff, wet your brush with your setting spray or place it on your lid with your finger. But for this look, I went with a softer approach. Next, I'm taking Trestique's pencil liner in Swiss Chocolate and running that on my lower and upper waterline. This is called tightlining your eyes. Hilary had her eyes tight-lined, but it didn't seem too intense, which is why I went with a brown liner instead of a black one. The actual lining part has always been a bitch, and I've never not had my eyes freak out and start watering like crazy while I'm lining them. 'Tis the price of beauty, I suppose. I always set my waterlines with powder, and for this I'm taking cocoa and tapping that along my waterline. Doing this on your upper waterline will help you cheat a little and make it seem like you kinda lined your eyes and also make your lash line appear fuller. This is helpful for those who have yet to master the art of the cat eyeliner. If I were a witch, that would probably be one of my favorite beauty spells. Once you've finished tightlining your eyes, sweep what's ever left over on your brush onto your lower lash line to help balance out your eyes. I promise we're almost done with them. Hilary had a nice bit of golden shimmer in her inner corner, so I'm taking Helix from Anastasia Beverly Hills' Aurora Glow Kit and applying that to my inner corners and lower lash line. Final step on the eyes, adding mascara. For this I'm using CoverGirl's Lash Blast Volume Mascara. I always go with mascaras that add length and volume because, much like cat eyeliner, false lashes are beyond me. I'd rather just apply my mascara and call it a day. Another great thing about this mascara is the applicator. Some applicators make my lashes clump together, which drives me insane. I want my lashes to appear as singular as possible. The face you make when you make a mascara mess. I mean, it was pretty easy to clean up, but that doesn't make me any less annoyed. Mascara has given me grief many times in the past. Finally, we have the lips. In the look I'm basing mine on, Hilary Duff looks like she's wearing just a gloss. I'm punching up the lips just a little because I just can't do a gloss. I outline my lips in NYX's lip pencil in Bedroses, but I don't fill them in. I blend the color out with my finger because I want to achieve a stained effect. I pat over that with some L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick in Wisteria Rose, and again, just blend it out with my finger. You can stick with just a liner or just a lipstick if you prefer. I'm just extra. Top that off with a tinted lip gloss. I'm using Fenty Beauty's Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. I'm choosy when it comes to lip glosses. I don't wear them that often, but when I do, this is one of my favorites. It's one of my go-tos now. And that's the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this edition of Gilmore Glam. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Feel free to leave suggestions for future Gilmore Glam looks or regular glam looks. I'm trying to put out a couple tutorials like this a month. All products mentioned will be listed in the description box, as well as links to the podcast, Lattes at Luke's. Please check it out if you're a fan of the Gilmore Girls, and until next time, bye y'all!